and book lovers and story lovers of all ages. My name is Dennis, and I would like to welcome you here today on our special Family Day on the Avenue, a special event that's brought to us by the Coral Gables Art Cinema, which is just across the street, and the Coral Gables Museum, which is just up the street, and by the bestest, greatest bookstore in the whole wide world, which is called... Let's say it louder when I count to three. Ready? Great big loud when I count to three. 1, 2, 3. That's wonderful. Thank you. And today we are very happy and very honored to be welcoming some very special guests, Dr. Michael Woodward and Susana Illera Martínez.
Thank you.
They are going to be sharing some great stories, reading from some books that they wrote together with beautiful illustrations. I see some of you have some of the books in your hands already. Now, Dr. Michael Woodward is a professor and a former elementary school teacher. He was inspired by his 3rd grade and his 5th grade students to start telling stories of his own that would represent the experiences of children from everywhere, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from, because we all have a story, we all live a story, and we all have something to share. So Dr. Michael Woodward's stories bring those together so we can all connect and enjoy. Welcome, guys. So without any more words from me, I am going to invite our special guests, Michael and Susana. Please come right up, and everyone please enjoy some wonderful stories.
Oh my gosh, good afternoon. Amazing co-author, Susana, Miss Martinez.
Hello. Bueno, yo sí digo en English is important, right, Michael?
Absolutely.
And you know it, even if it's not your main language, you wanted to express things in Spanish.
Absolutely. When I was a 3rd grade teacher, I realized that there was a language barrier that many of my students faced in Las Vegas, Nevada. Many of them had come from Mexico. Many of them had come from so many different places where English wasn't their primary language. So I wanted to create something to ensure that we were including everyone's voice and everyone's story. So thankfully, I had the opportunity to be approached by Susana, who saw the potential in many of the books that I had already written and how we can take it to the next level. So I'm very thankful to have this moment. This is actually the very first time we've done this. And it's going to be an exciting experience because I've read these books over and over in English, but to read them in Spanish and English at the same time is going to be a beautiful experience. Can you do me a favor? If you love to read, please raise your hand. If you love to read. Now, if you love being read too, raise both hands. If you love to cuddle up with a good book and a blanket, please put your hands down and take a moment to read or to be read to and to go on a journey. Everyone, let me hear you say journey.
Journey.
Oh,
This
yes.
is my happy place.
I think what makes me the happiest is to have, this is one of my, don't tell the other books. This is one of my favorite books. I put so much love into this book. And I want to say it was one of the first books that Susana had asked me about.
Yes.
And initially she wanted to just do this one first. And I said, no. If we're going to do it, then here, take these books too. Adapt these books as well. Is there anything you'd like to say
I was
about
not
the book?
mad when you said that. No, that it is very special. Like for me, I am from Colombia, and in Colombia we have a beautiful picture that we also admire. It reminds us of dreams, of magical realism, of a famous author called Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and those are butterflies. Because we do love butterflies, and they are yellow butterflies. Like they are related to Colombian mites. Have you seen Encanto, the movie?
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. The butterfly, it's such a symbol. It means light and resilience, right?
So amazing. And I know Susana is incredibly humble, but she's one of the Encanto writers. So she played a big part in the development of the literature that Disney produces. And Encanto is I don't say one of her most beautiful works because I'd hate to shun the rest of them, but it's a privilege.
It's just a privilege for me too, because it's like a dream come true. My own fairy tale, writing for Disney and writing for the movie Encanto. So thank you for mentioning that. But you know what? It brought me to realize that if I can do something, everybody can. So don't let anyone tell you, oh no, that's nothing, that's not gonna work for you. You have the talent. You cannot do this. You're not.
So if anyone has a garden or anyone loves flowers, you got a green thumb, you want to plant these beautiful flowers that are on the cover. If you don't know, because I didn't know until I started doing my research, this is the milkweed plant, and butterflies love the milkweed plant. It is the only plant that they will repopulate themselves on. It is the only plant that you will find a monarch butterfly's cocoon on. So keep an eye out for them in the story and in life. Because if you plant them, the butterflies will come. I promise. I put some in our backyard. You'll see some every once in a while. Another fun fact about the Mighty Monarch Butterfly. Did you know that none of the wings, no two wings are the same? Every monarch butterfly has a different set of wings to claim. It's very unique. When you think of how many there are, everyone has their own. So I guess you could say every butterfly, every monarch butterfly is special. Yes, it has a fingerprint. And it is very special, just like each and every one of you. I like that word. So, couple more things. The butterfly, the Mighty Monarch Butterfly, goes on a migration. Some come from New England, some come from Canada, some come from Oregon, Florida, Georgia. What happens if one butterfly gets lost along the way? I'm going to tell you what happens. But do you think that's something that would make the butterfly sad? To be alone in this world? To be forgotten? To have their family leave? So I'd love to take you all on a journey, because I'm really into journeys and storytelling. And let's see what happens when the Mighty Monarch Butterfly is separated from her family. May we begin?
Yes, comenzamos. Vamos.
A little French, a little Spanish. I love it. Never quit, never give up, never ever stop believing.
Nunca renuncies, nunca te rindas, nunca dejes de creer.
In a great big storm, all alone, a tiny caterpillar was carried from her home.
Un día de tormenta, asustada y solita, de su casa se extravió una pequeña orujita.
The river swept her away from her father and mother, too slow to dodge raindrops, so she had to take cover.
En el río perdió el control y de papá y mamá se separó. Tan lenta para esquivar la lluvia, solo se escondió.
So she climbed up high out of the water's reach, wrapping herself in a milkweed leaf.
Para alejarse del agua trepó muy alto y bajo una hoja encontró resguardo.
Her days on the river soon came to an end as she found her cocoon was beginning to open.
Sus días en el río terminaron por fin, cuando su capullo se comenzó a abrir.
What's going to come out of this cocoon? Please say it out loud.
A butterfly!
A butterfly! Can anyone tell me, and I have something special for you, if you can tell me this. What is another name for a cocoon? Does anyone know? It's a tough one, the scientific fancy word. It's a chrysalis. Can everyone say chrysalis?
Chrysalis.
Yes.
In Spanish.
In Spanish, tell us.
Crisálida.
Amazing. So now you guys know what another word for cocoon is. Oh my God. Freed from her silk, she appeared before the world. No longer a caterpillar, but a mighty monarch butterfly girl.
Dejó su vestido de seda y como por arte de magia se transformó de oruga a una poderosa mariposa monarca.
She fluttered and floated and flounced through the trees, zipping by dandelions and saying hello to the bees.
Entre los árboles voló, revoloteó y también saludó a las abejas que flotaban sobre los dientes de león.
She soon met a toad who sat atop a lily pad. I think I am lost. Have you seen my mom and dad? The old toad groaned and shot out his tongue. I have not, but you can stay if you like, so you are no longer alone.
De pronto halló un sapo a la orilla del lago. Creo que estoy perdida. ¿Has visto a mis padres por algún lado? El viejo sapo negó y con habilidad extendió su lengua. Quédate si quieres. Te invito a acompañarme hasta la merienda. Malo todo el sapo.
Stranger danger.
Malo sapo.
Without another word, she spread her wings and took flight. But soon she was met with a terrible sight. Empty cocoons, she cried, voice shaking with fear. It's a clue my family must have been here.
Sin decir nada más, abrió sus alas y emprendió el vuelo. De repente, una terrible visión le causó gran desconsuelo. Capullos vacíos, gritó temblando de miedo. Es una señal de que mis padres partieron.
As tears began spilling from the butterfly's eyes, a voice above called, "Hey, what's making you cry?" Burying her face in her wings, she let out a moan. My whole family is gone, and now I'm all alone.
Enseguida las lágrimas inundaron su mirada. ¿Por qué estás llorando?, preguntó una voz preocupada. Mi familia se ha ido y estoy desamparada. Con su rostro entre las alas, respondió desconsolada.
How does the butterfly feel in this moment? You can say it out loud. She's very sad. She's very sad. How can you look at her body language? What about the butterfly tells you that she's sad?
She has some tears.
She has tears. What else? What is something else that gives it away that the butterfly said?
She has a frown on her face.
She has a frown on her face. Give me one more detail. Yes, sir.
She's covering herself.
Oh, she burrowed her face in her wings. What about her antennae?
They're fine. They're like a frown.
They went down. Body language. Tell us a lot. That may be, the fly said, but you can fly too. Just believe in yourself. Follow their scent and pursue. The butterfly's antennae tingled as she smelled a familiar scent. Something smells like me. It has to be them.
Es posible, dijo la mosca, pero tú también puedes volar. Busca su aroma y sigue su rastro. Solo cree en ti y lo lograrás. Enseguida sus antenas detectaron un olor familiar. Reconozco esa fragancia. Yo vuelo igual.
They were here and over here too. If I keep going, maybe I'll find them soon. Follow your instincts, said the fly from his milkweed perch. So long, butterfly. Good luck on your search.
Sé que estuvieron aquí y acá y aquí también. Si lo sigo intentando, pronto los encontraré. Sigue tus instintos, dijo la mosca muy orgullosa. Buena suerte en tu búsqueda, amiga mariposa.
Is the fly being nice? Yes, the fly is all right.
Encouraging. It's always good when you find someone that is sad or feeling in trouble. You encourage them. You can console them. You can be empathetic, but also encourage them to do something.
Absolutely.
Oui.
She flew until her tired wings forced her to rest atop a golden bridge to catch her breath. What's a butterfly doing here? A seagull wanted to know. He had never seen such a lovely bug up close and personal.
Voló hasta que sus alas pidieron descansar un momento y sobre un puente dorado recuperó el aliento. Una mariposa en este lugar, una gaviota preguntó directo. Nunca había visto de cerca tan encantador insecto.
I'm looking for my family. Have you seen them fly by? You must mean that swarm that nearly knocked me out of the sky. It was them, said the monarch with a surge of hope. I've got to keep going. I just can't sit here and hope.
Busco a mis familiares. ¿Los has visto pasar? Por aquí pasó un enjambre. Casi me atropellan al cruzar. Fueron ellos, la mariposa monarca exclamó esperanzada. Debo continuar. No puedo quedarme sufriendo sentada.
Knowing she was close, she wasn't going to give up. She gathered her strength and began to get up. The seagull's eyes bulged as they began to grow. How do you even know which way to go?
Sabiendo que estaba cerca, no iba a darse por vencida. Abriendo las alas, se preparó para su partida. Los ojos de la gaviota se desorbitaron ante sus alas grandiosas. ¿Cómo sabrás qué camino tomar?, preguntó curiosa.
But she was soon distracted by delicious smells, so she hovered near an enormous spinning wheel.
Pero la mariposa voló, distraída por un delicioso olor, flotando hasta una rueda llena de luz y color.
If you'd like, the salamander said in a whisper. I'm sure your family will be back, because it seems you just missed them.
A mí me encantaría tener una familia, escuchó una leve voz. Siempre he estado sola, no he tenido otra opción. La salamandra susurró, puedes quedarte y esperar. De seguro tu familia regresará. Por aquí acaban de pasar.
The salamander crawled closer while licking its lips, its suction cup tongue ready to grip. With her antennae rising in fear of being munched, the butterfly left quickly, feeling she was about to be lunched.
La salamandra con su lengua ventosa se lamió los labios acercándose a la mariposa. ¿Cómo es? Le quedó mejor en inglés. Ella sin dudarlo voló, alzando con prisa sus antenas, pues aquella salamandra la quería para la cena.
What was the salamander trying to do in this moment? Sorry. Yes, the salamander was trying to eat the butterfly.
Take advantage of her too, because the salamanders saw that the butterfly was distressed and kind of like called her attention, thinking that she was going to be helped. Ooh, salamander was back.
And the salamander tried to come off so nicely, but really he had ulterior motives. Fog rolled in as the butterfly flitted through the clouds, talking to herself, thinking out loud. I've got to keep going. I know they're not far away. I can feel it in my wings. I just have to pray.
Llegó la niebla y la mariposa entre las nubes revoloteaba. Comenzó a hablar sola y en voz alta se aconsejaba. Sé que no están muy lejos. Debo continuar. Puedo sentirlo en mis alas. Tan solo tengo que orar.
Is the butterfly close? Sounding good.
Is she hopeful?
Very, very hopeful. Sure enough, the fog cleared up to reveal a wondrous sight. Millions of butterflies, all dancing in sunlight. There were bright orange-winged butterflies with deep black veins, and huge dark ones whose wings seemed as wide as airplanes.
Y así fue como la niebla se disipó, revelando una hermosa visión. Millones de mariposas, todas bailando bajo la luz del sol. Unas con venas largas, otras con velas negras o color naranja brillante. Otras mucho más grandes y oscuras, que alas tan elegantes.
Polka dotted or black and gold, no two are the same. Each one just as beautiful, with its own wings to claim.
Algunas con lunares, otras dorado y negro. No había dos iguales. Cada una bella como sí misma, con alas ilimitables.
She used her antennae to find her way through the crowded sky until she spotted her parents among all the other butterflies.
Usando sus antenas, se abrió camino por la multitud del cielo, hasta que por fin vio a su familia. Casi no podía creer.
Mommy, Daddy, it's a dream come true. I never gave up. I knew I would find you.
Mamá, papá, sabía que los encontraría. Es un sueño hecho realidad. Nunca me di por vencida.
The butterfly's mother began to weep with glee. You're alive. You're alive. Just as I knew in my heart you would be.
La madre de la mariposa comenzó a llorar de alegría. Estás viva, estás viva. Mi corazón lo sabía.
As the three of them hugged, the butterfly's brothers and sisters joined in, followed by cousins and even a few new friends.
Los tres se abrazaron y en ese momento se unieron más, hermanos, hermanas, primos y otras mariposas ofreciendo su amistad.
With the butterfly family back together again, their search for one another had come to an end. There was no more need to cry, nor need to roam. She had reached her destination. The Mighty Monarch Butterfly had found her way home.
Con la familia de mariposas unida y feliz, la búsqueda mutua llegó a su fin. No más tristeza, llanto o desesperanza. La poderosa mariposa monarca encontró su camino a casa.
The Mighty Monarch Butterfly.
La poderosa mariposa monarca.